I definitely forgot my water downstairs, but you know what? Who needs it? We're gonna be just fine, you and me, without water. With over $10 billion stolen in 2023 alone, you're probably watching this video because either you already had your identity stolen, you were recently the victim of a hack, which is kind of every American right now, or you want to protect yourself against cybercrime. And you're wondering, which option should I go with, LifeLock or Aura? Americans have a 1 in 4 chance of getting their identity stolen, so I'm really glad you're watching this video. But before we get started, I want to direct your attention to the description box below, where we have special discount links for both of the services that we're going to talk about today. Now, not only are these links going to save you a little bit of cash up front, but they will also help support the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. In this comparison, we're going to dive into signing up, features, customer support, pricing, and spoiler alert, I'll tell you why Aura is ultimately my choice for which identity theft protection service to use. Now, when signing up for both Aura or LifeLock, you are going to be asked for PII, or personal identifying information. Now, in my opinion, it is worth it to give some of your personal information to a third party in order to ultimately prevent your identity from theft and other crimes. But I definitely see the irony in doing that. In any event, once you've decided between Aura and LifeLock, discounts in the description below, it's a relatively simple process for sign up with both services. In each case, it took me maybe 10 minutes to get signed up for both, and I didn't run into any significant issues. Now, on to features of these services. Both services offer credit monitoring, asset monitoring, and dark web monitoring. Now, what you need to know about LifeLock's standard package in particular is that it only offers credit monitoring from one credit bureau, Equifax. Now, if you're gonna sign up for credit monitoring and you're fine with single bureau credit monitoring, just go with Credit Karma. It's free. But if you're willing to invest in protecting your identity from theft, you're going to want 3 bureau credit monitoring, because each of the 3 major credit bureaus all have slightly different reports, and some are going to catch things that others miss. Now, guess who provides credit monitoring from all 3 major bureaus regardless of your plan? Aura. Asset monitoring is another area where Aura beats LifeLock. Now, both monitor your basic assets. That's, bank accounts, credit cards, addresses, phone numbers, social media pages, social security numbers, and now even gamer tags. But Aura offers you the ability to track additional items like birth certificates, IP addresses, and even loyalty cards. Because face it, you don't want someone taking your Jimmy John's points. You worked hard for those. I know I did. Not long after signing up with Aura, I received an email that my initial dark web scan was complete and that they had already scanned 66 billion records searching for any signs of my information. Now, credit here to Aura's marketing team because A, fast turnaround, but B, there is no way that they scan 66 billion documents for every individual new customer. However, their dark web scans are pretty comprehensive and the emails are just easy to go through. It took LifeLock an additional 24 hours to get back to me on dark web results, giving me, if you want to guess how many, 11 different results, none of which were unique, and no record on how much they had truly scoured the dark web on my behalf. Now, both services reported completing a retrospective dark web scan, which provided me with information that my email address had been compromised as a result of a hack back in October of 2013. So let's talk about insurance. Now, insurance is an important part of the identity theft mitigation process because in an absolute worst case scenario, that money can go towards paying legal fees, recovering your identity, and even direct cash reimbursement for any losses suffered. LifeLock does offer a higher amount of insurance overall at $3 million per adult, but that's only on their most expensive plans. With Aura, you get $1 million per adult or $5 million in insurance overall. And in most cases, look, $1 million per person is enough to cover any losses, legal fees, and really just enough to keep your mind at ease. This is where water would have been helpful. Now, where Aura really stands out is the comprehensive tool suite that you get to protect you and your family. It includes a VPN, antivirus software, an online storage vault, parental controls, AI spam call protection, which is really nice, data broker removal services, and the list really goes on. Now, if your main priority is antivirus, LifeLock does get the edge here. The Norton antivirus software that they offer is really, really good and better than Aura's, frankly. But if you're really just looking for an antivirus software, you can buy Norton independently from the overall LifeLock service, which is really more lackluster overall. Effective customer support can really help alleviate the stress of identity theft. In an identity theft situation, it is so helpful knowing that there is a real live human being on the other side of the phone helping you fix this situation. Now, both companies do offer 24/7 over the phone support. LifeLock in particular actually gives you an old school snail mail address that you can write into, which kind of tilts their hand in terms of, who their ideal demographic that they're going after is. Now, Aura, again, they offer 24/7 over the phone support, and they also have what they call specialists to help with particularly difficult cases. In order to test both companies' customer support, we put in test calls to both companies. LifeLock asked us a bunch of automated questions, and our phone line actually ended up getting disconnected right before we got to talk to a real person. Now, Aura, on the other hand, had a much more streamlined process to have us talking to a professional agent almost immediately. Shannon, if you're out there watching this, your boss needs to give you a raise. Aura's plans range from $9 a month for an individual to $25 a month for a family. Now, that is if you pay upfront for the annual plan. Now, these plans range in coverage from 1 adult all the way up to 5 adults, plus unlimited devices and unlimited kids. Now, if paid annually, LifeLock's plans range from $750 for an individual to $32.99 per month for up to 2 adults. Now, LifeLock also comes with a significant price increase after the first year, so you really want to keep that in mind. I'm going to give points to Aura here for price transparency because while they offer different packages, they don't do tiered pricing. Put that another way, so the only difference between their 3 plans, individual, couple, and family, is the number of people and devices covered, but not the features offered. You get the same features regardless of what plan you're on. Now, LifeLock, on the other hand, does require upgrades and price increases in order to access different features, and keep in mind that price is going to go up after the first year, regardless of what plan you're on. Now, overall, LifeLock does win when it comes to name recognition, and it does offer a higher per-person insurance plan, but that's about it. Overall, the service feels really corporate. Took a lot to track down helpful representatives, and if LifeLock reminds you of just kind of a software conglomerate rather than like a business run by people, it's kind of because it's a software conglomerate. As a newer entrant into the market, I feel like Aura had to offer a better product in order to compete with LifeLock, and credit to them, they did it. Now, certain add-ons like their VPN or their antivirus software may not be the best that's out there, but their identity theft protection product, I feel, is the best on the market. So if you're deciding between the two, I'm going to give Aura my recommendation just for identity theft protection and bang for your buck. Now, speaking of bang for your buck, reminder that in the description below, there are links to get you deals on both of the products that we talked about. And if you use those links, it supports the channel, which I really appreciate, and I would love you forever if you did that. And I'll see you in the next video.